Since the launch of Apex Legends Season 6, there's been a resurgence of many different types of weapons. Long-range game guns have been returning and have been better than ever. The short-range game has also remained steady and strong, just like it has always been in Apex Legends. While we previously discussed my top 10 weapons of the season, we are now going to take some time and discuss what my top 5 weapon combos of the season are. These top 5 weapon combos are in no particular order. It really depends on the day and how I'm feeling during that day on what I want to pick up on that day. It could also depend on if I want to get a little bit better with, say, a close range game, or a mid-range game, or a long-range game. I will discuss all these strategies in this video, and I'll give you the information and tell you what you should be looking at when you're picking up these type of weapons. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of videos on Apex Legends, and we have a lot more coming on the way. Thank you so much for your support, it means the world to me. And with that, let's discuss my top 5 weapon combos for Apex Legends Season 6. I said I would not order these weapon combos, however I am going to start with one of my favorite weapon combos for this season, and that's really because it holds two of probably my favorite guns for medium range and close range, and that weapon combo is the Prowler with the triple take. There's not much to say about the Prowler. The Prowler has been a consistently great close range gun for pretty much all of Apex Legends. However, I really like this weapon combo due to the triple take paired with the Prowler specifically. The triple take is a phenomenal close, medium, and long range weapon. The triple take, in my opinion, is almost a better EVA 8 at close range if you're hip firing it like a shotgun, and at those medium ranges, the triple take can do easy headshots for 138 damage with no helmet. If you do a lot of this burst damage with the triple take on someone that, say, has blue shields, you can easily push up there with the Prowler, hip fire, or aim down sights and finish them off really quickly. These two weapons are phenomenal together, and I encourage you to use them as much as possible. The next combo on my list is the R301 paired up with the Mastiff. I love using this weapon combo because it reminds me of the old school Apex days back in Season 1 and Season 2. There's not too much to say about this combo. The R301 has always been a great AR. It still is a great AR, it's great at close ranges, it's great at medium ranges. It's not quite as good as the triple take when it comes to the long range fights, but I love taking this combo. The R301 can be easy to spray at the close range, and then you quickly swap to the Mastiff to hit the high burst damage, say an 80 to 120. I will say this combo might be down a little bit since the last season. Since they removed the anvil receiver, the R301, in my opinion, just isn't as great at long ranges as it used to be. However, the R301 is still a solid weapon. It's an absolute laser. Make sure you pick it up, give it a try. And as for the Mastiff I still like. I don't like the Mastiff as much as I used to like the Peacekeeper when it was on the ground, but the Mastiff is still a solid choice. It's really easy to use and hit those cross shots since it does kind of like fan out a little bit. Try out the R301 and try out the Mastiff. Let me know what you think of this combo down in the comments below. I ask this because I'm wondering how it's performing based off what it used to do in previous seasons. So if you've been playing Apex for a while, let me know what you think. The next combo on my list is one that I wasn't sure was going to make the cut, but it did, and that is the combination of the Hemlock and the Prowler, or the Hemlock in the Flatline. I want to say I like using both the Prowler and the Flatline with the Hemlock. I honestly think that the Flatline is one of the most superior weapons at close range for hip firing, and it does insane amount of damage to the head if you're using the Flatline at the close ranges. And then of course the Prowler we already discussed earlier in the video, but the Prowler is a complete beast at close range. You know, those 35 shots can do a serious amount of damage at the close ranges. The new addition to the list here is the Hemlock, and the Hemlock has been a steady go-to for me this season. It's great in pop fire mode, and it's even better in burst mode now that they buffed the Hemlock this season. If you're not aware of that, the Hemlock now has reduced recoil in burst mode, which makes it an absolute laser. And on top of that, the Hemlock honestly is not that bad at shooting hip fire at the closer ranges if you really need to do quick damage. Try out these two weapons. I love the Hemlock. I think I rated it number 7 maybe it was in my top 10 weapon video. So on top of this, you know, this is a double heavy combo, which can be kind of concerning because you do need a lot of heavy ammo, but it's still extremely deadly. You know, the Hemlock can do a serious amount of damage at those long ranges, and then if you're making that push, it's an easy swap to the Flatline or the Prowler. And the Flatline for me is not as good as it used to be. It's down a little bit on my list, but the Flatline is still a solid gun. I wish the anvil receiver stayed in the game because I really feel like this kind of shined for the Flatline a little bit. But I suppose they kind of thought that, you know, you got the Hemlock, which is already that heavy ammo, medium range type of weapon. So that's number 3, the Hemlock and the Prowler or the Flatline. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Next on my list is 2 weapons that have already been on this list but have not been together yet, and that is the combination of the Prowler and the Mastiff. Now I picked this weapon combo because it is the ultimate pushing combo. I love these 2 guns if I'm trying to be super aggressive and go for a little bit higher kill, higher damage games. I take these weapons because honestly, the Prowler, as we already spoke about, is the ultimate damage dealing weapon. Those 35 bullets, you can kill almost 2 full people with 1 clip if you're not missing any shots. And the Mastiff is no exception to that list. The Mastiff can kill a serious amount of enemies, do a lot of damage. If you can't finish someone off with the Prowler, you can swap to the Mastiff and easily end them. Honestly, in my opinion, you can probably kill an entire team with just 2 clips of Prowler and 1 clip of Mastiff if you're being super efficient. I love taking these 2 weapons. You'll see here I actually found the gold Mastiff on the ground. I eventually dropped it for a Peacekeeper because the Peacekeeper is still better than the Mastiff because it is the care package weapon. So obviously if you get a Peacekeeper, take it over the Mastiff, but nevertheless, use the Prowler with the Mastiff if you're trying to get better at your pushing fights, if you're trying to practice, you know, being a little bit more aggressive and get the drop on people. Definitely use these 2 guns. They're stellar, they're amazing. Try them out. Moving on to number 5 on my list, and the final one on this list is the combination of the triple take and the new SMG in Season 6 of Apex, the Volt. And the reason I put this on the list, while it is very similar to the first one we discussed, which was the triple take and the Prowler, I really like this one because the Volt I think has a little bit more range than say the Prowler does, but it still absolutely shreds at close range. And the triple take we already discussed, but the triple take of course is that solid medium to medium long to medium short range weapon that I still like to use and soften people up. But the Volt I can easily swap to and finish people at a little bit longer ranges than the Prowler. And this is the 5th and final one on my list. And that's about it, guys. Let me know what your top weapon combos of the season are down below in the comments. And again, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support lately. And don't forget, I do have a Twitch channel and I stream nearly daily. So go on over there, twitch.tv/TimProVision, and check me out. Drop me a follow. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Peace out.